"Star greetings, Scarlet," the Bot guard said cheerfully. Scarlet sighed. "Star greetings," she mumbled without turning. Bot guards were a useless gauge, she guessed. They could read an aura a floozle away. Hopefully the starling adults where she was going would be easier to trick. Once outside, Scarlet headed directly for the enormous star-shaped building between the hedge maze and the Celestial Cafe. Although it wasn't geographically at the center of campus, it was the hub in every other way. Halo Hall, as it was called, housed all the Starling Academy classrooms, as well as the Astral Auditorium, where assemblies and performances were held. In the hall, too, were various offices, including that of Lady Stella, the headmistress. Its most spectacular feature was the gleaming lone white tower attached to the Wish House. At the very top sat the Wishworld surveillance deck, the platform where starlings could observe Wishworld and its wishlings through telescopes, and where they waited to catch a shooting star when their day for a wish mission came at last. Normally, a starling walked up the white star marble stairs and entered through the front doors. Since this star day was far from normal, however, Scarlet hurried around the Bot guard at the front and made her way into Halo Hall through the back. After all, she wasn't going to some old class installation 4 or 5. She was on a mission to right what was wrong. If only she knew exactly where she needed to go. As far as offices went, Scarlet was familiar with only 2. That of the perky guidance counselor, Lady Solara, who had made it her mission to light Scarlet up, and Lady Stella's. Both were offices Scarlet hoped to stay well clear of, since she didn't want to see either administrator just then. Fortunately, they were clustered with other faculty offices in Installation 1, and she was fairly certain that the office she was looking for was Installation 2. Or maybe 3. She decided to try the second wing first, since it was closest. Like every hall, its walls and floor were made of gleaming rainbow-hued star marble. In that wing, they gave off a pink-tinged glow. Up near the ceiling ran a series of windows, letting light from outside shine in. Scarlet hurried down the hall, passing door after door. As she did, she lifted her hat brim ever so slightly to read the holo signs outside of each. "Supply Room," read one star-shaped plaque. "Star Zap Repair and Maintenance," announced the next, followed by Technology, Swift Transportation Services, and Wish Energy Management. Then Scarlet read the holo sign by the door at the end. Bot Security. Freaking fireballs, she thought. Security? Time to turn around. Heart thumping, she scurried back down the hall and rounded the corner into the safety, she hoped, of Stellation 3. Please let me find what I'm looking for here, she wished. That hall looked basically the same, except the glow given off by the marble walls was a bit aquamarine. These doors, too, had holo signs, and Scarlet read the first one on her right. Admissions. Lady Cordial's office, of course. Scarlet remembered it now from her own time of applying, when she had first visited the school. She'd come alone since her parents had been on tour and unable to take the time off. Lady Cordial, the head of admissions, had been pleasant in their interview, but not as welcoming as one might have hoped, especially one with test scores such as Scarlet's, which were practically off the charts. But that was Lady Cordial, Scarlet now realized, stiff and skittish, and often at a loss for words. Scarlet had eventually learned, like every Starling Academy student, not to take things too personally with her. On the other hand, Scarlet's next interview with Lady Stella had been one of the best star hours of her whole life. There was something about the headmistress that made every starling feel as if she'd known her for star years. Scarlet had already thought she wanted to go to Starling Academy, but meeting Lady Stella had sealed the deal. The headmistress didn't care if Scarlet didn't